Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm doing a webcam test. The one on the left is the Logitech C920 and the one on the right is the Logitech C270. So I have it where I can just move it around and stuff. And it's just in like a little box square, but the C270 does not have autofocus, and also the colors are not as good, but C920 doesn't have really all that great autofocus, but at least it has it because you can put something up close to it. Focuses. This doesn't. It's just solid focus, but it focuses somewhat pretty fast. I mean, it's not bad autofocus at all for a webcam. I think it's pretty good, but I think I might need to put the mic closer. But both of these cameras have trash audio quality for their built-in mics. So if you go, or if I go, let me just put the OBS over here so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let me just put this up in the corner, I guess, and this up in the corner so that you can still see the quality. But I mean, that should still be good. Let me see. I'm putting all this back like up in the, because I have dual monitors set up, and that makes things way easier for everything. It's just so much better than one monitor, because then you wouldn't be able to do as much stuff as this. But let me just change the mic. So right now I'm using a blue snowball with a plug-in, so let me just show you that plug-in real quick, just in case you want to know. I'm just using this Marvel GEQ plug-in. It sounds great because right now I have oops, okay, well, I have this plugin. It's Voxengo Marvel GEQ, just bass boost and treble boost. Works incredibly well. So let's just change the mic to the Logitech C920. So this is how the Logitech C920 mic sounds. As you can tell, not too good. It picks up the air conditioner, while this mic barely picks it up at all, so it's way better. But this mic, I don't know if it has any filters on it. Let me see, what kind of filters can I put on this thing? Oh, they're already on there. Okay, well, apparently the filters are already on there. You can talk about this close to it and it won't sound too bad, but if you get too close, it sounds terrible. So yeah, let's just change it to the C270 now. Now C270 sounds, I think, a little better. Just doesn't have as much bass. It doesn't pick up as much sound. But if you get too close, it starts clipping really bad, and you might want to turn your headphones down. But just for the sake of your ears, I'll put it back on blue snowball, because this mic actually sounds really good with the plugins, and you can tell the difference big time. So let me show you. Actually, let me put these on auto, because this is the best that they do. So I'll just go to properties, figure video, and then just put everything on auto. See how the white balance changes? And that's basically how it is default, and this C270 auto looks horrible. I'm scared. Yeah, it doesn't look that good. That's how the Logitech C270 auto looks. So you probably want, actually, let me just make these big so that you can see them better. Yeah, they don't really look all that good in auto. So let me just put it to these settings so that you know that this is the best quality right here. I'll show you. You just turn off all the auto, and then put the white balance up to about right here, where, see this part where it just changes, like right there. You want to change that part. Leave all this other stuff alone because it keeps your frame rate up. If you have a good lighting system, you might want to do this, even though it'll make it'll make it look really grainy, but if you have to, you can do this because the frame rate still isn't that bad for how much light you're letting in. Which if you were just trying to play a game or something and you wanted it to just be peaceful, where they didn't have like a bright flash of face cam light in their face while you're playing a game or whatever, you could just do this and it still doesn't look that terrible. But I'll just turn my lights back on, and as you can see, it blows out completely. So I need to turn like this. I like to keep the gain up instead of the exposure because it gives you more frame rate, or it just looks better. Okay, now let me do the settings for this one. It might not work since I have this shirt on. It might turn blue. Okay, it's good. Okay, so you want to kind of just, I had the white balance way up too high, so let me do that, and then turn the exposure down a little bit. And yeah, I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it to look. So which one do you think looks better? The colors might actually be nicer or better. No, the colors on the C920 look more realistic, but the ones on the C270 look kind of good too. But yeah, the C270 is 720p 30, and the C920 is 1080p 60. I mean 30. I wish they had a 720p 60 option, which I don't really care because you really can't even notice a difference. I mean, there's no need for it. I mean, you can notice a difference, but nobody's really gonna care. I mean, it's just a face cam. I mean, I am gonna upgrade to a Canon Vixia HFR 800, so let me just show you that. This camera does 1080p 60, but the colors look way better than any webcam can ever even think of doing. You just get this, let me put this over here so that I can see what's going on. This video is going to be very primitive, but it's going to look, oh. Okay, I forgot to put those there. Okay, now you can see the camera. So you'd want to get a Canon HFR 800, which it's on sale for $179 right now, so I might put this in a link. Actually, let me move this over. Say $179, which is a really good price for this camera because it does 1080p 60 wherever it says it does. Let me see. 1080p 60, somewhere around here, but I know it does 1080p 60. Just take my word on it. 100% 1080p 60 FPS. The colors are really good, way better than any webcam, by probably 10 times better than any webcam. But way better in low light, except cameras do a different kind of low light, so it might be grainier but more FPS. But you'd also want to get something like this, a cam link, so that you can plug HDMI to your computer. $118 for a 4K one, but you would just want a 1080p right here. No, it would just be 1080p 60 because you don't need 4K if you're just doing this camera. So all you need is 1080p 60 FPS, and it's $80 for a cam link. So 80 plus that would be 260. So I guess that's the camera test thing. Okay, test over. I think this might be a YouTube video, I don't know.